My children's mom trying to get full custody from me. I'm like, why? Like, I was taking my kids to school, yesterday. I was taking them to school yesterday. It was about 7:15, 7:20. And I was just thinking, like, look at all the stuff that I've done, and it's only 7:20. And look at all that I'm going to do for the rest of the day, being a great father. But somebody want to say that you're and your children.
Martell Holt just got hit with some news that shook his whole world. If what people are saying turns out to be true, this isn't just a small twist in the story. It's something that could flip everything upside down. Rumors are swirling, and they're not the kind that fade away quickly. Word on the street is that Melody Shari might be expecting a baby, but the child isn't Martell's. The name tied to these whispers? Hill Harper.
I'm Hill Harper. I'm an actor, I'm an author, and someone who cares about social justice and education.
Now let's be real, this isn't just some wild gossip cooked up by bored internet users. The signs have been building for a while, and folks are starting to connect the dots. At first, things seemed normal. But then, people noticed that Melody's appearance had started to change subtle, but enough for her fans to catch it. Shortly after, someone claimed they spotted her at a women's health center in Atlanta, not alone, but accompanied by a tall, well-dressed man. That's when things really started heating up. Just as fans started whispering and speculating, the real drama unfolded behind the scenes.
Full story, just in time for Father's Day, about an award-winning actor who's taking on possibly the biggest role in his life as a single dad. We're going to speak to Hill Harper.
According to insiders, Martell had an emotional breakdown during filming. He reportedly started shouting, pacing back and forth, and snapping at the producers. One witness said Martell even screamed, "She wants people to think I'm replaceable." That single sentence said a lot. This wasn't just about the possibility of a baby. This was about power, pride, and the fear of being left behind in a story he used to lead. What really sparked interest was the name attached to the rumors Hill Harper. That didn't come out of nowhere. There were already talks that Hill and Melody had crossed paths before. Some fans had noticed that Hill liked a few of Melody's Instagram posts. Then she liked his back. For most people, that might not mean much, but fans of reality stars? They notice everything. Soon, the pregnancy rumors took over social media. Blogs lit up with headlines like, "Award-winning actor prepares for fatherhood." Suddenly, Martell wasn't at the center of the drama anymore. He was watching from the sidelines. This wasn't just another love and marriage Huntsville storyline. This one hit a lot deeper.
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. Martell is not a person. Y'all have never seen me hit anybody, but y'all have seen Martell being hit. Martell never children. Never, and never will.
Let's rewind for a minute, because how we got here is its own story full of history, tension, and quiet moves behind the curtain. After everything Martell and Melody went through, from cheating scandals to their messy divorce and a public custody fight, it had finally seemed like things were settling down. But longtime viewers of the show knew better. When things get quiet between Martell and Melody, it usually means a storm is coming. Their entire dynamic has always been complicated. Every time one of them seems to grow or move forward, the other tries to pull the power back. So when they suddenly started being peaceful and polite in public, it didn't feel natural. It felt like an act. Especially on Martell's end, him being extra respectful in interviews and praising Melody. That didn't seem genuine to people.
It seemed like we teamed them out of a lot. Just by not having that alliance being right there together, you know? I think about that often.
It's gonna make you a little emotional when you see them come down the aisle and all the love that you see 30 years in.
You're right, man.
Yeah.
It's tough, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn. Melody and I not having any interaction, not even speaking, that always bothers me. When we got married, I never would have thought that we would be in this space, at a place like this, vows being renewed. If anything, I would have thought that would have been us.
It looked like he was trying to win something or stop from losing something else. And while Martell was trying to act cool, the game was already shifting. That brings us back to Hill Harper, a man not usually linked to gossip or scandal. Hill is known for being private, respected, and low-key. He's written books, spoken at major events, and even used to be close with Michelle Obama. He's not someone you'd expect to see caught up in reality TV drama. That's what made his connection to Melody even more surprising. It didn't seem like he was chasing fame. He wasn't posting about Melody or making bold comments. He kept things classy and professional. Melody didn't drop any hints either. No flashy captions or dramatic photos like she usually posts when something's brewing. But somehow, the silence made things louder. People started digging, and before long, they were convinced something serious was going on. Then came the post that lit the internet on fire, a blurry tweet saying Melody was seen at a women's clinic in Atlanta, standing next to a tall, well-dressed man. The tweet was deleted fast, but not before someone grabbed a screenshot. That's all it took. Soon, low-quality photos popped up online showing someone who looked like Melody leaving a building wearing leggings, sunglasses, and a hoodie. She was walking slowly. Beside her was a man holding a smoothie. Fans zoomed in on everything: his clothes, his height, his walk. The guesses kept coming. As social media went wild with predictions from due dates to named guesses, Martell was reportedly losing control behind the scenes. Sources said production staff had to pull him aside to calm him down. That's when he allegedly shouted again, "She wants people to think I can be replaced."
Do I know you?
Actor, author, philanthropist, and now a proud single father.
This moment wasn't just about Melody's potential pregnancy. It was about control slipping out of Martell's hands. It was about Melody taking back the spotlight without even saying a word. Then, in the middle of all the speculation, Hill Harper finally spoke. It happened during a serious panel discussion about fatherhood and leadership in the Black community. The event was professional, full of community activists and thinkers. But someone in the audience decided to ask what everyone online had been whispering about. Are you and Melody Shari having a baby? Hill didn't dodge the question. He didn't get upset either. Calm and collected, he looked directly at the person and answered, "We are not in a relationship, and there is no pregnancy." That could have ended it, but he went further. Hill said he had nothing but respect for Melody. He called her strong, driven, and full of purpose. He didn't talk about her past. He didn't shade Martell. He didn't add fuel to the fire. And then he said something that made it all clear: I don't write blogs. I don't share much about my personal life. That wasn't just a comment, it was a message. Hill wasn't going to play into reality TV mess. He wasn't here for a storyline. He was here to stay above it. But while Hill walked away from the drama, Melody leaned deeper into the mystery. Her Instagram started looking different. She posted soft, warm-toned photos, always in flowing outfits, and never showing her stomach. The vibe was peaceful, private, and polished like a lifestyle magazine. Then came the post that restarted everything. A flower, a baby bottle emoji, a white heart. That was all it took. Fans went into overdrive again. Soon after, another short video leaked online. Shot outside a clinic, it showed a woman who looked like Melody moving slowly toward a black SUV. A tall man was by her side, opening the door. Her face wasn't clear, but her body language told a story. That was enough for fans. They decided this wasn't a rumor anymore. This was real. And right on cue, Martell jumped back on Instagram. He didn't mention Melody or Hill by name. Instead, he posted cryptic messages like, "Be careful who you build with. Not everything that shines is gold." That night, he went live, looking tired and sounding stressed. He rambled about people pretending they've moved on while still playing games. No names, but fans could tell he was talking about Melody. The anger, the pacing, the frustration, it was written all over his face. But while Martell was venting, something else happened. An Instagram fan page, not verified, not well known, dropped a photo that made people stop. A pastel cake with gold writing that read, "It's a girl." The cake was surrounded by pink balloons and soft decorations. Everyone in the photo had blurred faces except for one hand. A close-up showed a woman's hand with a ring fans instantly recognized. It was Melody's. Screenshots of the post spread fast. The page deleted it soon after, but the image was everywhere already. Melody didn't confirm or deny it. She didn't repost it or even reference it. But her silence only added to the storm. Fans were obsessed now. They kept watching, waiting, guessing, and quietly, Melody stayed in control. No need for words, no interviews, just strategy. If this was a game of chess, Melody made her move and checkmated Martell. Then, out of nowhere, she dropped the biggest hint yet. A picture of herself lying on her stomach, peaceful and glowing. A few days later, another clip popped up on TikTok. A user claimed they had seen her weeks earlier at the same clinic. The video showed Melody walking along the beach. No caption, no comment, just a peaceful clip. The internet congratulated her. But Martell? He went silent for a bit, then suddenly posted again. Some wounds never heal, especially when lies reopen them. It was gone within an hour. But by then, the damage was done. Screenshots were already circling online. People weren't just asking if Martell was okay. They were asking why he couldn't move on. For years, he had controlled the story whether as the villain or the leading man. But now that role no longer belonged to him. Melody had shifted the entire narrative with no interviews, no outbursts, no chaos. Just grace, quiet power, and perfect timing. So now, here's the real question for all of you watching. Is this just about a baby, or is it about something bigger? Did Melody just take full control of the spotlight? And is Martell truly heartbroken, or just furious that he's no longer the one holding the pen? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you caught the signs early, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Because if this is how Melody reveals a baby, imagine what else she hasn't told us yet. The video showed Melody walking along the beach. No caption, no comment, just a peaceful clip. The internet congratulated her. But Martell? He went silent for a bit, then suddenly posted again. Some wounds never heal, especially when lies reopen them. It was gone within an hour. But by then, the damage was done. Screenshots were already circling online. People weren't just asking if Martell was okay. They were asking why he couldn't move on. For years, he had controlled the story whether as the villain or the leading man. But now that role no longer belonged to him. Melody had shifted the entire narrative with no interviews, no outbursts, no chaos. Just grace, quiet power, and perfect timing. So now, here's the real question for all of you watching. Is this just about a baby, or is it about something bigger? Did Melody just take full control of the spotlight? And is Martell truly heartbroken, or just furious that he's no longer the one holding the pen? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you caught the signs early, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Because if this is how Melody reveals a baby, imagine what else she hasn't told us yet.